Alrighty, well I've had to break my normal, very scientific, very methodical, very kind of rationale-based argument for a moment. I'll take this off. And I've had to grow a little bit of a beard and just extend my resemblance to, I don't know, any particular fucking historic characters, because I have to now speak about something that's metaphysical. I don't normally get into the metaphysical because I've had attempts against my freedom made when I mention things by a group of people who all collectively went to a John Edwards thing together to speak to their dead relatives. Those people then gathered around me when I discovered that stretching, in fact, was good for my body, and that all narrative has these kind of links, and there's this pattern within narrative. It's almost like I was doing some rehabilitation for almost an injury where 20 people tried to kill me, and I was doing an English literature degree, and 3 people that attended a John Edwards campaign decided to say that I was crazy. 2 of those 3 people are currently officially diagnosed as mentally ill. So now that I've got that off the table, I have to talk about a weird experience that happened while I was in Hobart, where I did feel some spiritual energy around my ancestors, specifically my grandfather, my paternal grandfather that I never met. And I stayed there for a while. I was going to relocate there, but then a girlfriend in Western Australia convinced me to come back, as they do. That's not a complaint about that either. That's just a statement. But while I was there, kind of camping on a beach, I was contemplating, because of this kind of constant abuse by every single member of my family, and then being in a distant land, I'd kind of lost hope in humanity at that point. And there was a few options in front of me. One, obviously, is the constant thoughts of suicide that will do. If you're attacked by every single person in your family, called crazy, attempted to be locked up, put in jail, had your business destroyed, been ignored by your state government, all those things combine to make pretty much a strange reality where you either think about killing yourself, which I'm glad I didn't do. I've kind of got a weird immunity to that. My brother dying gave me an immunity to suicide, which was handy of him. And he's continued to keep an eye on me as well throughout this. I think he's a little bit disappointed in everyone that they've tried to do that to me. But the other option apart from suicide is to leave society, to leave civilization. This is something I've been doing since I was like 3 years old. I've been daydreaming about leaving society, more than likely because there was some type of like constant discriminative racism going on, like an institutionalized racism that had been installed and perpetuated into my life involuntarily by my mother and the communist government of the West Australian government, in cahoots with a pharmaceutical, like alliance of brainwashing and abuse. All those things, kind of linking back to the Nazis, and they had a problem with Jews, and I found out that I may be a Jewish person because I found like a Jewish Sunday school book from what I can only imagine is the same synagogue in Hobart that is the oldest synagogue in Australia. All these things get really weird, and in this journey I found a little spot. I just looked at a map and I went, fuck, look at that little place over there on the west coast called Port Davey. That looks like it's a fucking amazing place for me to go and begin a new fucking civilization away from gambling and drinking and fucking pharmaceutical drugs and communism, and also anti-Semitism, which I kind of just recently discovered. It's like, imagine finding out you're all of a sudden perhaps Jewish, and then that's during a time when there's literally people saying kill all the Jews. That's fucked. That's a fucked thing. I didn't even know why people were fucking so angry at me, and then it turns out I found out. How's that? They wouldn't even tell me that I was Jewish, and they still fucking tried to kill me. I wasn't even allowed to know that I was Jewish, and they still fucking tried to kill me. In the weirdest way as well, by just ignoring every single thing I said, not mentioning, oh yeah, oh you got to leave, do you? Oh right. Right. Like I was an inconvenience. But anyway, I found out last night a couple of weird things. I continuously keep finding out these weird fucking things. Right? I'm trying to be rational about it. That might be the wrong idea, or maybe I shouldn't be trying to be rational about it. Maybe my crazy sister, my crazy mum, and my yet-to-be-confirmed crazy children's mother had something going when they went and paid money to see a person on stage talk about dead people. But yeah, I got drawn to this place called Port Davey. Then I found out last night that that place was perhaps intended to be the Jewish fucking homeland, because this Tasmanian guy fell in love with a Melbourne Jewish journalist and saw the plight of the thing. And this, I will just mention as well, this all happened when my father was a child in Tasmania. And I'm fairly sure, still get to get this determined, I'm fairly sure his mother was Jewish. So that's why the Sunday school book, it was never mentioned to me. I didn't even know what a Jew was until I was probably like 28. I knew what they were, but I didn't really know what they were. I was like, what is this Jew thing? What is this Jew thing? It sounds like a fucking, like a setup for a fucking movie. But anyway, that was fucking existence. Okay, so this place, I took a stroll. I was going to do it organised. I wasn't going to be one of these people that just fucking dies. Like he ended up dying. I was like, I didn't know anything about him or that he'd done this, but I did know enough to know that I should probably not die in the process of doing this. So I was going to be prepared, and I wasn't. And then the whole time my girlfriend was trying to convince me back to come here. So anyway, I went for a stroll to look for like an exit out of the city, and I was kind of planning, like, I'll leave my phone here, I'll do this, and then I'll just disappear and I'll be on my own wits. And I was like, I'd done enough preparations for a long fucking time, my whole life, to kind of be like, yep, this is it, this is the time. Walked into the bush, just as like on a scouting journey, wasn't organised to go. Then, I kid you not, I found a fucking axe in the bush and almost left. I was like, an axe? That's all I fucking need. Something in my... Because I'm also fucking Scottish. I have Scottish, Tasmanian, West Australian, English, apparently Jewish, pirate blood running through my very peaceful, monk-like fucking body that is kept in this constant state of peace so that I don't erupt in fury like this volcano set here that happens to be in front of me. But yeah, also weirdly, I had a little emblem hanging, a little idol that I'd stolen from my girlfriend that was the god Pan. Now, this was the moment I knew. I was obsessed with the movie Hook when I was a kid, which was directed by Steven Spielberg, who was a Jew, and had Robin Williams, who was a G. Like, these things are all very communal. It feels like this storytelling thing is a global kind of phenomenon that I'd fallen into. And there was something about that film that always spoke to me as a child, and then it was very strange to kind of be put in that situation as an adult, because I watched that movie like 100,000 fucking times. And then I was in the same situation. I had my children taken away from me by fucking, not Captain Hook, but literally Captain Cook. Captain Cook, one letter different. in this type of like Nazi fucking communist bullshit where they tried to destroy my fucking reality. And there's lots of other things, but this is just the gist of it. Anyway, I ended up, it was like this moment. I was going to leave. I was like, I'm not really that prepared, but I was like, yeah, that's what's cool about it. Don't be that prepared. You've got an axe. That's all you need. I think I had a lighter. I was like, that's enough. I didn't have enough fucking blankets and jackets because I'd gone for a walk. I hadn't gone to do it for good. But I got this thing. Weirdly as well, that's fucking... Peter Pan's right there in front of me. Peter Pan, Tinkerbell and me. And then there's... What's this book? Michael Faraday? Which he invented like electricity. Pretty sure. That's fucking scary as well. So anyway, I'm pretty sure we live the groovy Greeks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we live in some type of like metaverse. But that's not, it's not good to think about it too much, I've found as well. Because it could just be God, like it could be religious. I think we're kind of polluted by this electronics thing, although I just don't know. I don't know. But anyway, long story, kind of short. I knew this was this moment. And the axe was inherent of violence. So I was going to go into the bush and have an axe. Because I was going to go, if I wasn't going to go into the fucking thing and start, I was like, I'm going to go start my own place. And I'm going to need an axe because I'm going to protect that fucking place with this axe. Something very primal, very ancient was happening. And then I decided, well, that's kind of like suicide in a way. So you may as well just try and expose the whole fucking thing and just walk into their bullshit without an axe. You're doing pretty well. You've been doing a lot of speaking. You're putting a lot of things together. You can probably fucking figure this out without using an axe, Shannon. Because it's like the axe is the easy thing. At all times, violence is the easiest thing. All this energy of all these things I do is because the violence is so damn fucking easy. The problems I have with my children's stepfather could so quickly and easily be sorted out with violence, but I've never done that. But it's stupid. You can't, like, so something happened to this guy you've had this thing with. It's like, they're gonna find, it's like, that ruins my whole life. So they've kind of got me against this thing. They're like, it's like they're pushing me off a fucking plank with spears, and then if I do anything back, then they cry violence. It's like, what the fuck is that? Pirates, you see? Pirates. There's no way to fucking deal with them. You just got to fucking outwit them for a long fucking time. So all that energy that would go into, like, literally probably 20 seconds of violence would be, I'll be like, oh, it's all finished now. Oh, look, all my problems are all gone. But you're not allowed to do that. We live in civilization. So all that energy and fury goes into this, which is, again, understandable and should be celebrated, really, when you think about it. Like, that's a really good thing I've done in every single interpretation of every law ever written down. Oh, he didn't choose violence. He spoke a lot of words and made a lot of things and brought up a lot of examples and did all these things. That's not violence at all. Wow. Better put him in fucking jail and call him violent for sharing a photograph. That's what happened here on this hallowed ground a few years ago. But yeah, anyway, long story short, I buried the fucking axe. Okay, that's a very symbolic gesture. Burying the hatchet. I buried it. I said, righto, I know it's here. I wrapped it up with the little Pan statue because I remembered a voice in my head that said, worshipping idols isn't good, and this little gold figurine that looks like the devil seemed like maybe an idol. And I thought, I better just put him on, and the axe, because they seem to want to be together. They were like, that's this thing. And I said, I better just bury it. But I better not bury it too much. I better just bury it in case I need to go back to that place and do the thing out to Port Davey and claim that place as my own. And then it's last night I find out that I must have been tapping into this bloke. I can't remember his name, which I feel terrible about, but he was going to do it. And he died out there trying to do this. And Port Davey's still this kind of uninhabited place. Also, as just a kind of counter note, the whole thing kind of reminded me a little bit of Game of Thrones. A show that I've still only watched like 2 episodes of. I haven't watched basically any of it. And then I kind of started thinking, Game of Thrones, where's that set? Looked at the thing, it's like, oh, Game of Thrones is set in this mythical place called Westeros. Like Westeros, like Western Australia. I'm not really clutching at straws here, am I? Westeros, Western Australia. That's the same fucking thing. And then I went and looked at that on the telly with the little remote, like that fucking movie Click with fucking, what's his name in it, Adam Sandler. And I pointed down, and then it said, like, creators, I think it was David Weiss. So this, W-I-S-E, W-E-I-S-E, W-E-I-S-S-E, there's W-E, funny, shape, E. There are all these funny words between Germany and England and France and America, all these different, they're all kind of, they have a commonality. And I find it a lot, and I'm like, well, that's fucking bullshit then. All these things together are clearly bullshit. Like I'm clearly living in some type of bullshit. That no one is explaining to me. I don't go search, like, because the thing would be like, you're just searching these things out, Shannon. And I'm like, no, I'm not. It's always the first place that I look. It's there. So yeah, that's the story. That's the story about all these things. And now I'm trying to figure out what to do. So I'm in Western Australia, surrounded by a Nazi government that apparently hasn't liked me since I was a baby. Maybe that has to something to do with the reason why I'm like, hey Mum, why is there toys under the house? The earliest memory I have, Mum, why are there toys? Like, you used to go under there when you were babies. Why did we go under the house when we were fucking babies? Oh, fuck knows. Let's find that out. So that, West Australia, Tasmania, the West Coast, Port Davey. I'm reckoning that I'm going to build a fucking road, like I said, from here, from the inland of here, wherever I can do it. Just point me where, and I'll start from there. So I'm going to have to buy like some machinery or something. And yeah, I'm going to build a road that goes to some type of port through fucking in an uninhabited fucking desert, like the fucking, like, Jews always have to do. Oh, fucking go through the desert again. Going to end up down on the south coast, probably at like Eucla, unless I have some confrontations with people in Eucla. Again, my claim is going to be just confined to this road. It's going to be like 33 metres wide. There you go. It's going to be 33 metres wide, and it's going to stretch from fucking here to the fucking south coast of Australia. And then there's going to be a ferry service to go to Port Davey, and there's going to be rules. There's like no pharmaceuticals, no fucking chemical agriculture, no fucking anything, da-da-da-da-da-da. These are the fucking rules. If you come into this place, we'll kill you. No fucking steel. Steels, do you know why it's going to be no steel? Because we're going to have a fucking huge electromagnet. So if you walk in there with fucking steel guns, steel knives, steel swords, steel fucking anything, I'm going to turn that electric magnet on and you're going to get sliced to pieces with all your fucking armour and shit. Do I make myself clear? Yeah. That sounds like what an intergalactic fucking Martian fucking transformer would do, doesn't it? Well, it's about time that an intergalactic Martian transformer fucking appeared on the fucking screen and said, fuck off, cunts. You can shove your iron ore up your ass, even though transformers were majoritively made by iron ore, but I'm not. I'm flesh and blood. Flesh and blood. Fuck you. And yeah, if you're lucky, then we'll tell you where the entrance to this road is, because it's going to be particularly hard to find it any other way. And then you might be able to walk along that fucking road to get to this ferry and go to fucking place. If anyone disturbs anything else from it, then we'll fucking kill you, because it's a place. It's like anything. It's like Perth. Perth's a place because some bloke got here and there was a couple of people wandering around. He went, "This is mine." I'm doing the same, except I've been here. My family's been here for 180 years, so it's fucking, it's like whatever. And I'm not going to do anything polluting. We're not going to do anything. It's just going to be wonderful, and there will be law and order. Due by me. I'm the fucking police on this road, and on that crossing, and in that port, as long as the Tasmanian government says it's all right, and I think they will. They're like, "Yeah, Shannon, I think you've done a bit for Tasmania. You can use that place and make sure that it's protected from poachers and fucking things like that, and set up a small fucking place there." Of course you can. Just don't keep looking in all the closets and stop using all that psychic ability you have to fucking expose all our fucking controversies. I'll be like, okay, alright, I'll stop fucking exposing all your controversial bullshit if you let me build this fucking road. And I need it in a big certificate from both the West Australian government, the Tasmanian government, and the fucking federal government that says, "Yes, Shannon, you fucking own this patch of land, wherever the crow flies," which is also me, "to get to your place. You have 33 metres of fucking that, and no one will ever fucking bother you." That's all I want. That's not even that much. And in return, I don't know, I'll teach you things about fucking how to not fucking kill all your people and how to not send everyone insane and then try and drug them. And I'm going to build a giant fucking inland sea. That's right. Or I'm not. What have you got to lose? Oh, crazy old Shannon and his crazy old 33 metre fucking wide road fucking / ocean passage / fucking private fucking ecological retreat harbour that no one can ever visit unless they're fucking lunatics. Yeah. Well, I'll either do it or I won't. You'll fucking have to wait and see. Yeah, we'll just keep an eye on what you're doing. I can imagine it in fucking 80 years if I'm still alive. It'll be like 80 years, I'll come wander back in, I'll show you this video, I'll show you all the paperwork that you all fucking sign. You'll all be like fucking eating your own fucking fingers because of all the vaccines and the fucking chemicals and the plastic and the bullshit. And then I'll have to save yous again. More than likely. But hey, let's do it your way. It needs to be a lot of detail. There needs to be they can be private ceremonies. You can be like, "Yes, Shannon, this is your fucking allotment. Rah, 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 rah. This is your fucking thing. We won't bother you. La, 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 la." Cool? Do we have fucking agreement? And I think the Dutch are going to help me. Because the Dutch are good seafarers. And they're just wonderful people. So I think the Dutch are going to help me. I think I've done enough for England to have this. And what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. I think it's a good agreement. I can't see any flaws in it. I'll make independent agreements with the Aboriginal people because I don't believe that you're in charge of them. So if you give me the list of the Aboriginal elders and I'll just be like, "Hey, did you bother not take 33 metres of this fucking bush here?" I'll be like, "No, of course not, Shannon. You just fucking do what you do what you want, mate." Yeah. That's where I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking so far. Because then then there's a couple of other plans. I've already said too much. I've given you enough information. We're probably going to end up also selling you things in the future that you're going to need. So, yeah, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and definitely don't fucking send a gift horse and steal his children and do all this fucking shit either, because that's not fucking nice, is it? What a load of bullshit. Imagine the actual fucking chaos that would happen if this echoed out and it was decided that this was like conspiracy. Because the problem is, it's like, no one ever told me I was a fucking Jew. So you could do this with anyone. You could do this with the fucking Irish, you could do this with the fucking Italians, everyone. If you've already made this precedent, what a fucking grubby fucking corrupt fucking nonsense mess. Basically, it's like anyone wearing a uniform that's just finished work experience. It's like there's you versus everyone else who's ever fucking in this constantly degrading fucking no fucking foundation mess of communist garbage. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Or we can take it all to fucking court. We can take it all to the media. We can take it all to Supreme Court, and everyone can fucking hear how two alcoholics really envision that this is the future of the country. We'll get you all to stand up and take a big photo together. This is the conglomeration of individuals, personally looking after themselves, and this is what they opposed. And this is how they did it. They called him crazy while they all collectively and provably went to a John Edwards fucking thing together. Sounds like fucking a load of wank. You can't play the fucking atheist game like with hokey pokey, with 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and then fucking, you know what I mean? It's crazy. I can't help it that all these coincidences have all happened. And again, I'll make note, I'm not fucking searching this out. It's the first place I look every fucking time. Which I don't even want to think about what that means.